Shalom, Yahawadah, Yahawadah, Barakatham. I just wanted to share a quick testimony with you all. Well, I don't know what to call it. Since, women can't have testimonies, whatever it will be called. A Mony? I don't know. But I had to come and share this faith booster. Oh, okay, I'll just call it a faith booster. This faith booster with the body. The water, Yahawadah. So last month, what's this? This July. Time of June. Time is flying by. Well, April 26th, I had a car accident. And someone hit me. Someone hit me on my front passenger side, right? Close to the front passenger side, next to my wheel, and it pushed my bumper and the front of my car to the driver's side of the car, front driver's side of the car. I'm saying that specifically for a reason, right? So, of course, we contact our insurance, do everything that, go through the necessary process, exchanging information, police report, so on and so forth. Well, I contact my insurance, repairs are made, everything. I come with the collision place that I took my truck to. They keep in contact through text message with you to keep you updated throughout the week as they progress with the repairs. So my truck gets done. She tells me, okay, first she's like, she calls me by my name and whatnot. She says, repairs should be done basically within a month or so, right? And I'll put pictures of screenshots of everything in the video, so you can follow along. However, I was like, dang, so my truck gonna be gone for like a whole month. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to, And she was like, yeah, I'm sorry. She said, we're gonna get these repairs done and whatnot. So I get my rental car, going on about my day. Literally, my truck is done within literally a week. Like, it was supposed to be a period over a period of like almost 3 weeks of them fixing my truck, but they fixed it 2 weeks early. So I get a text message, hey, Miss Smith, wanted to update you, let you know that your truck will be done today. You can pick it up by tomorrow, so on and so forth. So I'm like, what? I was like, is that early? I'm saying, the water, how about Shimmy? I was like, great, so I picked my truck up. But like 3 days later, I noticed, because I don't be out and about a lot. So about 3 days later, I'm like, what's that sound? So I turn my lesson down, and I'm hearing, like, when I turn to the left, I turn to the right, I'm hearing like this clicking, popping kind of sound. It's not really loud, but I can hear it. It's noticeable. Like, what is that? So I contact them, let them know, send them the message. Hey, I'm hearing my truck. It's sounding like this. It's sounding like that. Can I bring it back in so y'all can have a look at it? Let you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, sure. Bring the truck in. Did that. The point of the matter is, it was a lot of trying to give me the runaround, and I can read people so well instantly. I'm like, see, what they're not about to do is give me the runaround. See, what you already done did, insurance done already paid you almost $10,000 to fix these damages, right? So we're going to fix these damages. And not only that, there's a warranty on it that this collision place, if there's anything that happens to your vehicle pertaining to the accident and the damages that were repaired, they will repair those. They will do repairs on it again, if something was to happen. So I'm like, okay, yeah, now I need y'all to listen. So they gave me this runaround. Oh, well, take it over here because this is the person that we use for that. And the woman was like, well, the only thing I didn't check for was to see if there was a wheel, if you needed a wheel alignment. So right then and there, I was already feeling like, okay, see, I did number one, you told me my truck was going to be done within 3 weeks. Okay. It was done within a week. I'm grateful that it was done fast, but it seems like you guys did a rush job. You just pretty much put a Band-Aid on the front, ordered the repairs, made it look good on the outside, but you didn't do a thorough check on my truck. You didn't investigate it thoroughly, and that's what you get paid for, right? So, I was upset about that because I'm like, okay. She was like, well, I can take it to our guy, or you can take it up there in the morning and I'll just let him know you'll be there between 9 and 10. And, he'll have him look at it and then he'll check for the wheel alignment, do your wheel alignment. So it was a lot of guessing, and I'm not about to allow my truck to be a guinea pig for y'all to guesstimate anything, because my husband pays pretty good money for my truck and his car. So monthly. So, I was like, I'll just take it myself. So the first strike was, I get there between 9 and 10. She had never even told the man that I was coming. Number 2, he told me it's first come, first serve, and they open at 7:30. So there was no way he was going to even be able to get me in that morning when I came. So I'm already feeling a type of way about that. Like, okay, I'm not about to do this runaround stuff. Then before that, when she told me to go to this specific wheel alignment glass place, she told me that I should ask for a guy by the name of AJ, which lets me know that there's a personal relationship. So AJ's your go-to guy. Like, you trying to hook AJ up with a couple of coins to fix my vehicle, and then like AJ would be the one to be like, he'll downplay it so y'all don't have to pay them. I'm already reading between all of that, right? So I'm like, no. So when I got there, AJ was like, well, I'm gonna, if you come tomorrow at 7:30, we open up at 7:30. It's really first come, first basis. And I told AJ just like this. I said, listen, AJ, I appreciate you telling me that. I will bring my vehicle back tomorrow. However, I drove down here today, so I'm gonna need you to get in the car with me, and we're gonna go around the corner, drive, so we can see what this sound like. I didn't come up here for nothing. So he got in the car with me. We went in, he did a little test drive. He heard what we were talking about. He heard what I was talking about. And he was like, yeah. He looks under the truck. He's like, I don't see anything with the physical eye, but I do hear what you're talking about. So he don't even know what it is. But then he's kind of hinting around to what it actually really is. My struts, right? The front struts, my left and my right. And then some other things. So long story short, I come back the next morning. I'm there at 7:30 on the dot, and he takes my truck, him and another guy. They do the same thing that he did the day before with me, and he comes back and just tells me the same thing. He was like, well, it's really not on Gerber, it's these insurance companies, and this is that and the other. And I told him, I said, what I'm here for this morning, AJ, this has absolutely nothing to do with the insurance company. The insurance company is going to check off whether or not who is liable for what, and they're going to pay the collision place for whatever repairs that or damages that need to be repaired. This has absolutely nothing to do with my insurance. It has everything to do with Gerber's neglect of doing a thorough inspection of my truck prior to just fixing what they physically saw. They were supposed to go in and do a thorough inspection of my truck that has nothing to do with insurance. I said, now that they've gotten paid by the insurance, I'm looking like, hey, who's going to pay for doing what needs to really be done due to the accident? So he was like, yeah, well, you're out. I said, well, look, don't worry about it, because, I'm not going to get the runaround. I'm not going to be going back and forth, letting y'all tell me, like, playing me like a ping pong. You figure out what you and Gerber got to do regarding my vehicle. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to leave here now. I'm going to take my truck to Kia, because that's the only place I take my truck to anyway. For anything that needs to be done, I'd rather take it to where I bought my truck, because they know that truck best while y'all trying to figure stuff out. So he must have called her. I know he did, because before I can even get my daughters in the car seat to pull off, I got a text message from the collision place. Oh, we're going to reach out to, USAA and let him, the specialist, to let him know. And this is that and the other. And I'm like, okay, I ignored the text message. I never responded. I take my truck to Kia. I let them know what's going on. I told them this is the sound that I'm hearing. They heard it, sat there for 3 hours that morning. They did a thorough inspection of my truck, and it came up with what I've inserted here. They gave me an invoice and told me it was absolutely due to the accident. Not only that, my husband and I take very good care of our vehicles. Our oil changes, tire rotation, everything. We go get all of that done at Kia. So, prior to this accident, if my struts were messed up, Kia would already have, they would already have that logged in. Okay. So, long story short, I'm grateful. Yahawadah, so he's awesome. So they were trying to get me to run around. Then the USAA man that agent that is over, the specialist. He's supposed to be the specialist over collisions that's out here in my region. He was trying to get me to run around as well. So instead of contacting me and letting me know anything, he contacted Gerber. Okay, no. So Kia, when I was there that day, she was the lady that I dealt with. She was like, this has everything to do with the accident. Absolutely does. We deal with Gerber. I'll just reach out to Gerber myself for you, and then I will email them over this invoice of what all still needs to be done. She also told me that she was like, this is, this between me and you, because I deal with her when I go in there. She's like, this is between me and you. I know what they did. What they did was your truck should have been, the damages don't look that bad according to the pictures, y'all, but it was. She was saying that over $10,000, they would have had to have total, it would have been what is it called? My truck would have been totaled, right? But they wanted to get the money. So they kept it right under $10,000, and they didn't fix or log in those repairs that needed to be done, because it would have put them at $13,000. It would have put them at $13,000, and they would have had to total out my truck, and they would have never got any money because they wouldn't have been able to repair it if it's total, right? So they wanted to get paid for my truck. All right. So she sends that information over to Gerber. I contact Gerber the next day. No, Gerber contacts me that afternoon, and asks me if the young lady actually sent the email. So I was like, okay, now they playing, because I know the lady sent that email. I said, yeah, I'll reach back out to her. She was gone for the day. I spoke with her manager. He said that he will send it. So he sent the email out. I know this is a while, y'all, but this is good. This is good. So he sends the email back to the collision place, Gerber Collision. And then so she hits me up the next day, the following day, which is that Friday. And she tells me, hey, Miss Smith, I got the email. The USAA specialist was out when I sent him a message. I left him a message though, but I more than likely won't hear from him until Tuesday, because Memorial Day was Monday. So long story short, come Tuesday, I'm in contact with USAA, and they're saying they're not going to take care of it. So I said, oh no, y'all gonna take care of it. We pay for this. No, there needs to be more research. There needs to be a thorough research. I was on them literally weekly on them. I'm very patient, being very patient, even though I wasn't patient. I was livid. I was feeling it in the flesh. I'm not going to even play about it. So, the lady who I deal with from USAA, that was actually my claims adjuster. She was very, she had a beautiful spirit. I could tell that she was doing everything that she could. So I ended up speaking with her manager, who was above her. He said that that wasn't his level of expertise, but he was going to expedite it. He was going to be on the forefront of it. He was going to try to make sure that, our needs were met, get down to the bottom of everything, have everything fixed. Dragging it out whole 2-3 weeks. Here we are, yesterday. I get my phone call from my claims adjuster. Sorry, Miss Smith, I'm so sorry. I did everything that I could do. And they're saying that the so-called specialist is saying that this absolutely had nothing to do with the accident. There's no way that your struts could have, on both sides, could have been messed up due to the accident. This is another. And I told her straight up like this. I said, listen, I appreciate everything that it is that you've done for me, but he's absolutely not a specialist. My truck was not making any noises whatsoever previous to the accident. It was never anything, no sounds whatsoever before this accident happened. It absolutely has to do with this accident. So I told her, I just let her know. I was like, listen, we're going to take our services elsewhere, and we will no longer be, insured with USAA. I want you to know that. I said, I appreciate everything that it is that you've done for me, your professionalism, your compassion, all of that. You were very thorough. I appreciate you communicating and keeping me up to date as much as you have. I just want to let you know we will no longer be with USAA. I will be shopping this week. And I got off the phone with her. But before I got off the phone with her, she asked me if I wanted that man, that the so-called specialist, if I wanted his information. I said, you can send it over to me. But I'm in the middle of doing something with my hands. I don't have a pen to where I can write, anything down. Can you just send me an email? So she sent me an email, and I have that inserted as well, stating that this man told her that this had absolutely nothing to do with it. USAA will not be taking care of my vehicle. Okay. So last night, Yahawadah, I was talking to Yahawadah. I took me a bath. I was in there for a while. And most know that my prayer closet is my bathroom, and that window, I'm always praying out my window. So I took my bath, and as I was getting out, the Spirit was like, open the window. So I opened up my window, and as soon as I opened up my window, legs, feet, everything still in the I call them like, Yahawadah. Legs, feet still in the tub. I'm literally leaning on the window pane, lifting up the window, y'all. And the Spirit said, look out. I look out. I see a fleet of chariots out the window. Brakatha Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawadah, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I hopped out that water so fast. I hopped out that water so fast, I've been running through the house, screaming for my husband to try to come catch the chariot so he can come see him. But call on like how about Shem Yahawadah? I said, Lord, I don't know what you about to do, but you about to do something so favorable. I just knew it. And taking into consideration what I was prepping for today. And with a couple of my close sisters. So long story short, y'all, I had my prayer time in that window with Yahawadah. So much activity last night with the chariots just active. And I was like, Lord, I know you ain't gonna leave me out here like this, And I was praying, and I was like, Lord, I want to be a part of multiple miracles, Lord. I want to witness some multiple miracles during Jacob's trouble, leading up to Jacob's trouble. That's where my mind was with the miracles, right? And I told you how about Shem Yahawadah, I was like, Lord, whatever it is, I don't understand, I don't know why, you allowed this to happen to where like these people ain't taking care of this, but it was on my spirit. I mentioned that during my prayer. I was like, but I know it's for a reason, so I didn't even question it. As mad as I was about it, I wasn't like pouting about it. I just like really kind of like let it go. So this morning I woke up to use the restroom. I looked at my clock. It was literally 4:44. I used the restroom. Spirit said, open the window. I opened the window again this time. Soon Spirit said, do it. So I opened up the window, and it's this bright chariot. It's so big, like it's never been that bright before. I never noticed it to be that big and that bright. And it was so many other chariots out there. And I ended up standing in my window again for almost a whole hour. I heard my husband get up to use the restroom. And then, so I got back in the bed. Y'all, I get a text message this morning. I have it inserted as well. A text message to my phone saying, Miss Smith, USAA approved your repairs for your trucks. I've ordered your part for your truck. I've ordered your parts, and I will let you know when they come in so that you can get them fixed. Now I'm like, huh? So I'm thinking I'm like, is this general? Like, I didn't realize it was from Kia. I thought it was from Gerber Collision. And I'm like, okay, don't play with me, because I already know the people said they ain't doing nothing. They not going to do nothing. I already told people I'm leaving insurance. I already told them all of that. So I'm thinking this is Gerber Collision contacting me. But I'm like, why they contacting me with saying that the repairs is... And I'm looking, it was like 2 different text messages. I'm like, is their system regenerating old text messages that they sent me? So I sent them a message. I screenshotted it and sent them a message, and I asked, I was like, is this did you generate this? Well, how would I say? I want to say it the way I said it. Shoot. I said, I just got this text today. I said, I just got this message today. Was this generated by mistake? And then I screenshotted it after the fact. No, I get a phone call after that, and it's from Kia, and I recognized the voice. She was like, Miss Smith, and I was like, hey, I was like, it's my boo. And she was like, yeah. And I said her name. And she was like, yeah. She was like, I said, I just got a text from girl. She said, that was me. She said, that's why I just called you. Because I was like, no, I wanted you to know that's me. That was me. No, USAA has approved your repairs. I ordered your parts. And when they come in, you can bring your truck in and get it fixed. Call Halayim Light, Hawashem Yahawadah by Hashem Rakakwadash. Y'all, that is a miracle. Literally pray for miracles. I'm associating them miracles to manifest during Jacob's trouble on my behalf as lifting up a standard. But do you know Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah was testing all along? This has been over a month drawn out to get my truck these repairs fixed. Barakatah Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah. This woman was like, no, I came and it was on my desk this morning when I came in that those repairs, they approved your repairs. Barakatah Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah, y'all. Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah will continue. Can't nobody tell me nothing about our power, man. Can't nobody tell me firsthand. I know. Firsthand, we know. It may not be a big deal to most people, but it's a big deal to me because who coming out the pocket with $3 extra $1,000? Who got that type of money to fix some struts? I'll be pop locking and dropping it up and down the street when I'm driving. We take good care of our stuff. We work hard for our stuff. Not putting, all our love into, material things, but like if you know that you pay good. I know my husband works very hard for everything. Who got time to be coming out the pocket with $3,000 because you didn't do a thorough inspection of a truck and everybody looking around like, we didn't do it, I didn't do it, or you gonna take care of it? Absolutely not. How about Shem Yahawadah had our backs, and I'm so grateful. And I just had to share this. Had to share my Mony with y'all because it's technically not a testimony, but it's a Mony. It's a faith booster to continue to trust in Yahawadah Shem Yahawadah, no matter what it looks or seems like, no matter what nobody tells you. Believe the report of Yahawadah Shem Yahawadah. They will not leave nor forsake us. And that is another thing that I have, another faith booster under the notch, to where when things are issues hitting the fan during Jacob's trouble, he gonna come through like that just for us. So I pray that this was a faith booster to the hopeful elect, and this is the sincere elect, the sincere and hopeful elect, and just trust in Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah, y'all. Yahawadah Hashem Yahawadah by Hashem Rakakwadash Barakatah Shalom.